This is my review on Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. So the game opens up the game, sign autographs and say hello to fans. Then a pterodactyl breaks into the museum and they let Shaggy and Scooby do their thing and they screw up together. The band is grieving over their loss, and Fred decides to say it's all of our fault. And Fred and the gang is all saying it's all of our fault. We should have never trusted Shaggy and Scooby. Those two are screw-ups. Isn't that heartwarming or what? Because we all know how they can be. Yeah, Scooby has never done anything about it. Hey Velma, remember that time he saved you in the cartoon several times, or from that explosive? Clearly he cannot be true. Clearly he can't be trusted. Or a time when Shaggy proved that thanks to his clever vocalism, his great vocals, incredible vocals, he can pretend he's inside that base just to trick the monster and helping them win the case. Clearly, they can't be trusted at all. They are clearly the weaknesses of the real problem. No, it's really well, it's really well, actually, I don't know whose fault it is. But anyway, it's not fair to say that Shaggy and Scooby are useless. Is what I'm trying to get at. So anyway, Shaggy and Scooby decides to do anything except be themselves and be there by themselves by trying to solve actual mysteries. Huh? I just realized how stupid that sounds. Well, nothing to wait for. This doing it not in Scooby and Shaggy style, which can only lead to shenanigans and bad decisions. This leads to Shaggy and Scooby playing with formulas and turning random creatures and getting different brains. And one time Shaggy becomes a woman, gets boobs and stuff. Then there's also an arc where Velma falls in love with this guy at the museum. So there's also a love arc that they have to do. And there's also other arc. They have to where Fred doesn't want to talk about his problems, but he eventually talks about his problems to Daphne. And Fred reveals to one of the monsters that being afraid to show your sensitive side. And this sounds like, and also there's also this other act where when Daphne's kind of doing something smart by guessing who the mystery mask villain is, and it's exactly who she guessed it was. This sounds like it can't. Now I know what you're thinking, but so yeah, This sounds like a total waste of time and not at all funny or smart, and it sounds like it's not even going far to tie itself together. But it is funny, and it does manage to tie itself together. And there's part when Velma thinks her love interest is the bad guy, but really it's not, so he helps along with the mystery. And he was working a case on the mystery of finding answers and interrogating bad guys by putting on his tough guy face. Like anyone would be really intimidated by Seth Green. Unless he's a psycho. Which, seeing his work on Robot Chicken really wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, so, anyway, the climax of the film is basically the gang getting the ass kicked and Scooby saving everyone from dying from this blob monster. And he takes out all the villains and beats them all and puts the disc, killing all the monsters, and the villain makes a bumbling move and finds out exactly who Daphne thought was the monsters. There's some blonde girl, that was a news report, and her henchman was the camera guy. Another thing I really, that's my review on Scooby-Doo, the Monsters Unleashed. And now, before I want to say another thing I like, I really like the scene when Scooby is like taking out all the monsters in Scooby-Doo theme style. It's sort of a rock version of a punk rock version of the Scooby-Doo theme. It gets really sad, but then it gets really cool and kind of badass. It's seeing Scooby take all the monsters, and also kind of sad seeing he's seeing that seeing his friends are about to die, so it's really sad and kind of touching. And another thing that's really good and kind of how one is the game looking back on the days when they were kids and playing frisbee with Scooby. It's really cute thing. And another scene I really like is when Shaggy and Scooby at the lake, and Shaggy says he wishes he could be a hero and not screw up. And another thing I like when Shaggy says to Velma, "We try being like you, but we're just not. We're screw ups." And Velma says she always wants to be like them. Which was very touching, and because she always saw them as heroes all along. So that I liked. So I give this thumbs up and thumbs up.